Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How are all of you? I hope you guys are all thriving and healthy in your beautiful selves as usual. Today is going to be a fun read because I finally relocated some of my past life cards. So we're going to do how are you and your soulmate connected from your last past life, your last recollected past life that you spent together. Who were you to each other, and what message do they want to convey to you right now as well? So we have, oh, and just a quick announcement. A lot of you guys were DMing me and asking me if I still had some more of my lapis lazuli bars, and I put some more in the shop because we were running out, but I just got a delivery of some more gorgeous lapis, and these are really protective and healing for our throat chakra, and I think this is a very important time to have something like this. And it also helps us convey from our heart authentic truth, whatever we're trying to say. It helps us formulate our words beautifully, and also works as a very restorative, helpful amulet for our throat area. Very protective, very great. And because everybody else that does something remotely similar is doing them for like $50-$60, I made them super inexpensive, almost just at cost, for $15 each in my store. 15, because I want you guys to have one, and I don't get these exorbitant prices for something as simple as that to make. It literally takes me 5 minutes to put the silver on the pieces and chain it up. So I can make them available quick for you guys. Also, come see me on Instagram at SparkWrist11. You guys are going to be having some contests this week, some fun stuff with jewelry and giveaways to give back and show you guys my appreciation. Every time I go to photograph the stuff I'm going to have in contest, something always happens. I have to go somewhere or do something, so I'm really settling in, not going anywhere, and concentrating on all of this for you guys. So love and light. So let's find out what our choices are. We have number 1, which is Glimpse. I love this so much. Indigo, Rainbow, Crystal Children, and Beyond. Number 2 is Dreams. And number 3 is Family and Tribe. And you also have matching amulets if you want to choose from. You have the Lapis for number 1, and then you have the Aqua Aura Crystal for number 2, and then you have Pearls for number 3. So I am going to take a sip of water and let you guys take a deep breath. I'm always reminding myself to slow down when I speak. Even though the channeling comes fast and furious, I can, modulate it and slow down. So I'm trying to talk mellower and calmer for you guys, because I have noticed when I listen to readers that speed through and go at a really crisp, accelerated rate, like my heartbeat increases. I feel like they're racing, and I feel like they're trying to hurry through their reads, and it's a little stressful. So I purposely try to talk and speak a little slower and have my cadence slow down, so you realize you're not in a rush. And oftentimes I was finding myself multitasking while I was listening to readers I really love, and then I wasn't even getting the information they were saying. So now I make sure I just sit back with a beverage and I read and I enjoy. What's going on in the world right now is really teaching me to just sit back, drink in all the beauty, the magic, the words, the books, my family, stuff like that. What is the big hurry? It's ridiculous, right? So we are chilling like a villain. So I'm going to have one more sip, and then we're going to begin. Oh, and another thing while I'm shuffling, holy moly, I was just in Starbucks because I had to get some supplies, and I went in there. I'm the only person besides this one other person leaving. I actually filmed it. I'm going to put it on IG. All the tables up, nobody in there, not a soul. It's the first time that the employees ever outnumbered the customers. It was otherworldly Twilight Zone. So first of all, here is a message for them for group 1, you guys. So right here, I love this. So humor. This is saying, I'm trying to get this so it can focus. Humor, fear, and anger awaken the power of your will. So in the juxtaposition of realities, as in the primitive position of the wilderness and the urban setting, like they have right here in the front of the card. I love this so much. Because they look all tribal and they're in this city, right? See how you have chosen your illusions, as have others, and seek to feel the laughter that holds together your daily dreams. Self-importance blinds you to the source of your joy and humor. Awaken the power of your will and find your laughter wholeheartedly. Awaken your sense of humor. That's why I'm doing this thing over on Instagram where I'm wearing some of my finery. Like, I love all the kind of clothes from Downton Abbey, and I have quite a few dresses like that. And I'm like, I'm just going to be wearing one each day this week. I'm just going to get dressed to the nines while I go about my business. I don't care if I'm cleaning the litter box. I'm going to be dressed in friggin' evening gowns just to have fun in my life because I can and be silly, right? It's like I see so many serious faces right now. It's like, we're going to be serious, and your soulmate wants you to know that you do have humor, and that you that they're an advocate for it. It keeps you young. They're proud of you and what you're doing. So let's see how you also existed. Let's see what and who and what. Ooh, Egyptian background and ships and spouse. Wow, so you guys were spouses in your past life, and I feel like you were in the same genre where you are in life now. I almost said same generation. If you're female, you are female. If you're a male, you are male, and you were married to each other. Again, I feel due to this ships card, I'm really getting a message that the male counterpart, your soulmate's life was cut short due to an accident in shipping. Now, Egypt, as you know, grain for eons and eons. They were the grain supplier for everybody in that part of the world. And I feel that your spouse had something to do with the loading and mapping of some courses and stuff. And I just feel like it's kind of like an unrequited love, because I feel like you only got to spend something like 5 or so years together. This is for a select few, because this is for a collective. So it got cut short. So you feel that kind of loss. You didn't have a full spectrum existence with them. And if you have a pull to Egypt, that's probably why. If the pyramids kind of speak to you, and Cleopatra and all of that and that air and everything, that is why. And for some of you guys too, I'm getting a secondary hit too with this ships. I feel that you had come over on a ship and from Rome, and you actually ended up staying there for quite some time, and you secretly married an Egyptian because your household, even though it was really weird, Rome and Egypt had a very symbiotic relationship. They really needed each other, but there were still these prejudicials. Like, Rome was just greedy and trying to overtake everybody, and they still kind of sniveled as Egypt as a lesser kind of civilization for whatever reason, even though they were highly advanced in so many things. Rome just had an air of superiority, but for whatever reason, you as a female were Egyptian. The male came over absolutely in love with you and was always constantly going back and forth to Rome, to Egypt, and you guys secretly married, and you just had this flourishing, unbelievable soulmate love connection, but kind of in secret. But because everything was so spread out and meandering, and if you had wealth, like I believe that the Roman male definitely did, your soulmate, that there was all kinds of beautiful little extra facilities that they could have purchased for you guys to meet and be together at. It was, really kind of like this secretive thing. So if you have a real tie and understanding of Rome and Egypt, and you just love it, you can't get enough, and or ships, right? That is part of the reason why. So they have another message for you right now. They want you to use your discernment, confide in a trusted friend, and keep silent about knowledge. So if you come across something where you find somebody's doing something really shady, or you find out about somebody's having an affair or something, really keep silent about this knowledge. It can be damaging to somebody else. You can confide in a trusted friend, and that's it, and have the buck stop there. And really use your discernment, because I feel like a great secret is going to come across your lap, and I feel like if anybody has confided with you, it's because they trust you. So keep this secret dear. That's one of the most important things, that we can do as a friend, is we don't share, we don't gossip, we don't tell other people each other's business. We are the keeper of secrets, and that's their message to you too, that something of import is coming your way, whether a friend is going to leave their spouse, whether somebody is coming out of the closet, whether somebody, and really trying to express themselves in their sexuality. Whether somebody just did something a little berserk on a whim, you're going to be the keeper of secrets, and people are going to trust and confide with you because of that. And that's rather important. So again, I'm feeling like you're going to have dreams too of this. You're going to start to have dreams again. That often happens when our soulmate has just arrived or is coming in, of our past connections. So you might be having really crazy stuff about pharaohs and Egyptian tombs and pyramids and Rome and ships and things of that nature will start clicking in and occurring for you as well, group 1. So beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. Thanks you guys so much for checking in. And my Etsy store stuff, if you want to check out any of your stuff, your super duper inexpensive lapis bars, everything is down there. And if you guys need a private read, thank you guys so much for your beautiful feedback on your reads. I appreciate it so much. Like I tell everybody else, I don't put stuff on the shelf. When I get your information for wanting a reading, I do it within 48 hours. I create a private video read just like this, where the cards are all laid out. I'm speaking to you on what's going on. I upload it to you within 48 hours. You know, I don't dilly-dally. I feel like the information is very, very potent when it first arrives and you're asking the questions. And I love, and also I'm just not like, oh, thank you, bye, see you after I do that. You know, I follow up, I connect with you guys. I know of the majority of the people I've done private reads for now, like at a kind of personal level, are always talking, discussing things and the advances in their life that they're making. It's important. You know, I feel like that you, for a reason, you choose me as your reader and your confidant, and I like to see how the world is affecting you and you're progressing in all of this. So thank you guys for your great feedback. I really, really appreciate it more than I can say. So now we're on to number 2, which is dreams. Right away, I feel like you're going to start your dream process and have richer access to your soulmate, what they're doing, what they're feeling. So you might get like a sharp pain in your side. That's actually them experiencing something. You might get all of a sudden anxiety brought on you that for no reason, there's nothing really going on around you. That is theirs. You're really tapping in empathically with them right now. So let's see. We have Greco-Roman, farm, and male, female. So right away I feel like this is the switch. I hear switch to male to female. So if you are female in this life, you were male. You guys, again, you were married and you were spouses. And the thing I like about this is when we go sometimes backwards in time, I feel like a lot of it is unrequited, unfinished spectrum of love, because life is cut short because of the medical, you know, inadequacies of the day. I feel like you guys had quite a long and healthy relationship due to the fact that you were away from all the heavier populated areas where disease could spread very quickly, and you were into farming. You farmed wheat, you had beautiful wheat fields, and a lot of you guys had grape farms to make the wine, and you had just a really healthy, unbelievably fun, robust, wholesome kind of life together. You farmed, you woke up, you gathered eggs from your chickens, and you made breakfast together. You had a big family. I see lots of kids running around on this property, beautiful wheat fields, beautiful grape vineyards, all of this, and you know, you were thriving because you had wonderful, healthy crops. I just see abundance everywhere. And I like the fact that you were the opposite gender that you are today. And so I feel that's probably why you can see things from both perspectives. And you probably, if you're female, have a lot of male attributes, and vice versa. Those kind of, you know, feelings that make you be able to converse with the opposite sex very easily, because you understand that kind of thinking. You understand, you know, sensitivities. You understand kind of having to be alpha at times, all of those things. You really get that. And so I feel like if you also have that kind of pull to that genre, and you're, you know, really into Greco-Roman times and all of that, and you feel that, and you like to read books on it and look at pictures, that's part of the draw. And also I feel like a lot of you guys are really into farm to table, really healthy foods, and part of it is because that's how you lived. You lived picking your grapes off the vine, eating them, you know, just fresh, everything around you continually, tomatoes and beautiful, wonderful, fresh food. So you probably notice like really gorgeous vegetation to this day, like, wow, that's a tomato, wow, that's, you know, that's some, and great bread, and you notice your olfactory smell when bread is baking, all of that. You're really tuned into that part of that, is because that's what you created together and your past life soulmate connection, and it will stay within you. So let's see what some of their advice is to you right now. So with solace, return to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, flower essences. Yeah, you have the capacity to find very holistic, gorgeous approaches to things. You know, natural remedies, things like dandelion, all of those things. You understand turmeric, flower essences, how they're soothing. Lavender helps you sleep. All of those things. Tree wisdom. Sometimes when we're just standing next to a tree or we're in a forest, everything mellows out and calms down to a degree where we have a deeper understanding of why we're thinking what we're thinking, and solutions come to us. And we have a meditative mind and we're peaceful. So I feel because, you know, you guys were around nature so often in your past life together, it is a balm, it is soothing, it is wonderful for you, and it's very helpful. And that is part of what is happening. And here's one more message to you. I love this outer space looking thing, and I'm just going to read right off the card. It is nurturing in number 8, so I feel like 888s are going to feature in your number sequences for synchronicity, as well as 222. So nurturing is saying only we can heal ourselves, you know, sometimes with assistance, sometimes without. Our energy, our chakra system responds to the energy flow of the earth. If you listen and feel, Mother Earth will heal you as you heal her, with the nurturing force of timeless give and take. So as you know, being a farmer, that beautiful worship, thank you Gaia, thank you Mother Earth. It's amazing what the earth provides for us in terms of fresh water and food and all the beautiful flowers and everything that's out there, and all these holistic plants and mushrooms that we can heal ourselves with as well. So I feel like you're going to start to notice that. If you don't, if you're already probably wicked, I can already smell like lavenders and vanillas and things that you probably have around your house. And I feel like a lot of you guys like citrus, bright scents and stuff like that, you know, so you already have that that appeal already exists for you within that, and I feel like it will more and more. And a lot of you guys are probably thinking about going into business for yourself, doing things with candles and soaps and emolliences and all of those things, because you're into it. You know, that message is coming through directly for a few of you for sure. So that's you, group 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. I really appreciate you guys, all your awesome feedback on your private reads. I love that. And again, you guys, I get back to you and I have your reading ready within 48 hours. I don't shelve it. I don't, you know, prevaricate all over the place. I do it right then because the energy is very rich. And thank you guys so much, you know, for pictures of you wearing my jewelry and everything. I appreciate it so much. It's so, so sweet. So if you guys need a private read, you want to go to my Etsy store, come see me on Instagram at Sparkrist11. I'm having contests with some Julies later. And yeah, it's just one of those things where this soulmate energy and past influences are going to come up in your dreamscape, and you're probably going to be feeling and hearing and seeing more of them as well, because that dreams is really going to act in your numbers too. Again, 333, as well as the others, your 8s and your 2s. Beautiful. So now we're on to group 3, which is family and tribe. So I'm going to have a little sip of my water. Are you guys right away? I feel like you're able to pull in right now your natural family and tribe, people that are on your same frequency and vibration, because I feel like you're methodically doing something without even any effort. You're just pruning those bushes. I'm sorry, I don't need that negativity. I don't need that criticism. I don't need that heavy-handed behavior. I am now in an area of my life where I'm trying to grow and thrive. So you're releasing everything that doesn't help you in that capacity. And part of what's showing through with that in your soulmate is aiding you is in this essence, this east yellow flow. Life is a school, and we move and graduate through it, learning as many things as we cloak ourselves in environmental knowledge. You know, you're on a warrior's path towards enlightenment right now, and one day you will peel away this accumulated knowledge like layers of an onion, moving back into the source of your power. So when contemplating, you know, a Zen garden, you find that the source of your power is the essence of the Great Spirit. You know why we come into this earth. You have understanding. I feel like you're now evaluating things with some amazing clarity, and you really feel that you're living in your truest power, and it's amazing. So let's see. So we have your last noon soulmate existence. With them is Celtic. I feel like this is the one that rings truest and loudest for me as well. I remember it the deepest and richest, in the imagery and all of that, the symbolism. It's insane how many Celtic things that I gather and keep because I love them so much. And it was definitely a warrior-like existence, constant tribal fighting. I mean, the tribes were constantly, you know, it was just, yeah. Scribe or writer, that was them, I feel, and this was you. They were a scribe or writer. They did the documentation. I feel like they did key figures. There was a lot of trading going on between tribes, lots of different things that were traded, medicines, ideas, cloth, everything, and that you documented what this was. And you also, besides accountancy, this is your soulmate's job. Sorry, you were in the more medicine man or woman area, and they did that. And funnily enough, it was like you kind of had this beautiful, rich soul connection the first time that you met, and right away you just knew that you were for each other. And luckily you were in positions where you didn't have to. It was usually the just like any royal family, when they were really high up, they were married to other high-ranking people in other clans for, you know, continued peace and all of that. But you had enough abundance and position to do what you wanted, but not so much that you didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? I feel like the higher you went up in any of these places, the less choice you have, because if your parents were the king or the leaders, you were usually there to cement a nice relationship with a neighboring tribe. But you guys had a choice. You were able to be together, and you were very highly revered in your clan. You had awesome knowledge of plants and mushrooms and holistic approaches to things, and you were known as the medicine man or woman. You definitely just knew, like, you could tell temperatures. You also had like a beautiful kind of rich intuitive insight to why fevers came about, how to break them, just really masterful holistic approaches. So you were super well revered, again, why you had a lot of say in what you were able to do with your life and how you were to spend time. Because again, any really revered medicine man or woman, there's always that people think there's a touch of crazy because they think we're gifted by the gods, you know, that sort of thing. And I had an existence like that. That's why I said we, not currently. I'm like, you know, that's why God digs me, because I'm a medicine man. No, back then I had an existence like that. And they always do think you're a little loopy, you know, just like in the Native Americans, they never touch people that they think are blessed, because they also think they're a little crazy, all of that. You know, you're a different type of thinking person. You spend a lot of time in solitude gathering all your resources to make these things. So you had a lot of freedom, and you loved the forest. So to this day, you probably love the ocean and forest and being out in nature, and you notice all those little things, and mushrooms fascinate you, and plants and smells and dandelions and all the little cool stuff, and everything that has a medicinal purpose is like right up your alley probably to this day, and herb lore and all of that, which is really neat. So I'm loving that energy. So one last piece of advice that's coming through for you from them is, Silver Sisters, time to take protection from toxic thoughts and energy. So if anybody is fear-mongering or acting ridiculous around you, protect yourself from that. Obsidian is great. I absolutely love any of the dark crystals, tourmaline, all of that in terms of that. And just put yourself in white light and realize this energy does not belong to me. If somebody is just being insistent, oh, the world is going to end, or this is happening, or that is ending, or they're constantly complaining, which will happen to people because they are afraid right now to lose some income. But if they're constantly bombarding you with that, that's an energy you don't need. So speak up for yourself. Say, listen, as much as I like to be agony on, I can only hear so much negativity till it starts to affect me. So unless we're going to talk about something else, I have to go. Seriously, you have to stand up for yourself, because people don't even realize they're doing it sometimes. You know, we have people in our lives that are always like so tragic or so dramatic, and it's like, get over it. You know, it's like one of those things we really have to remind them, I wasn't placed on this earth to listen to your every problem every second you're having it, but thank you, I'm fine as well. You know, you have those people, they don't even ask how you are, they just start wailing their problems on you. So yeah, protect yourself. So beautiful energy group through. I love that existence. I existed like that once too, and I love anything that has to do with herbs and medicines and lotions and potions. It's super awesome. Okay guys, if that's you, welcome. If you're new to my channel, all my links are down below. If you need a private read, I do them within 2 minutes. You've got them back. Abracadabra. I do them within 48 hours for you. They're just like this. I lay out your cards and I discuss what's going on according to your questions. And I have all different time frames you can choose from. All my links are down below. Thank you guys for your beautiful feedback. You know, I keep in touch with all the people I read for to see, you know, how they're doing whenever they email me, and we start chatting about things in their progression, because I think it's important. You know, a connection is made and you choose me for a reason, and once I connect to your energy, it's kind of like I'm invested in, you know, your progress and how you're doing, and it's important to me because, you know, there's a reason that we ask the questions that we ask. So I'm very excited for you guys. So love and light. And let me know too if you like this style of me doing a regular read and then a soulmate read each day, because I kind of like doing this. So let me know what you think as well. Love and light.